who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Yes, come, let us build, let us transform, let us make this place we call home better. Excuse me. I want to welcome you to this segment in the program. We're off to a late start this morning, but nevertheless, we have to continue that journey. I want to encourage those on Facebook and YouTube to please share the live. Sharing is caring. When you share the live, you give your friends the opportunity to be a part of the conversation. So please share the live. I want to start off by playing some short pieces of videos with the Honorable Andy Williams. I'll start with his mom.
I'm Andy Williams, Andy mother, Minister of Andy. And I feel proud today when I see you do for Grenada. And I have more to do for Grenada. And it's a blessed child. I pray that God cover and Jesus and that you do plenty for Grenada and enjoy the day. Thank you very much.
First time I support and I'm working for NEC and Minister take out the people of his constituency to visit the work that he's doing in the area. I praise him very much for that, and I want to continue to support him, and people who do not know will continue to come on board and support Andy Williams.
Hi, so I am very happy with the initiative of Just to Talk, because a lot of times we see things in little clips on the television, but we don't have this personal, up close and personal connection with the sphere or with the environment. And so it was so beautiful to see up in Grankai. I mean, I had an idea about the road up there, but I didn't realize that it gone all the way back down there. Even the water dam, the preparation for the water dam, man, this is just beautiful. I mean, I heard of it on the television, but seeing it now, it makes a whole different impact.
Andy Williams, his achievement is going very well enough, and he's doing things for us down to the south, not only the south, other places. And we're so excited of seeing what he has done at this moment. We knew about it, but seeing it eyes to eyes make us more happy and giving him more encouragement that we're there behind him. And what he is doing is very, very intelligent and very important to the people.
I'm indeed happy to let the new government, the NDC government, know what a fabulous, marvelous job they're doing, especially the man of the South, Minister Andy Williams. Let's big him up, let's big him up, let's big him up. He needs it. He has done everything. I lived here for about 20 years. The road was always bad, Minister, and they listen. That's what I like about it. They listen to what you have to say, and they listen.
Oh, the day was wonderful. Well spent with my MP. I went to see all the progress that he did in the South. So South side, and we're there with Andy, and all the way. Andy all the way for us.
I just want to say a little about today. Today was a nice experience. You know, I can see the progress that's going on in our country, the betterment for our children, our future, that the sites we went and looked at, the developments and those kind of things. I am appreciate and I'm applauding my minister for every hard work he do. and the Prime Minister. Thank you. Have a good day.
My Minister, Andy Williams, I cannot expect anything better from him. He's doing a good job. Some people might feel he's not doing enough, but he cannot do better. In all people that run for the South, I did the best. And that is that.
I think Minister Williams is doing a great work. Roads that wasn't been done for years has been done. And the minister is doing a great job in the South. No matter what the naysayers say, the minister is doing a well done job.
Yes. So that's the Honorable Andy Williams there. A nice short video, looking at the tour that he did recently, and you hearing from residents of that constituency applauding him for the work that he continues to do in the South. And I think that is what is causing a lot of those haters to hate and to attack him and to concoct stories and to lie and to spread a whole pile of propaganda on the goodly gentleman, because they hate to see the community developing, transforming, where the people are happier and their living standards and conditions are ever improving and they're better. They don't want that. They hate that. You see, the NNP and their pundits, what they want is to see our people poor and vulnerable. They want our communities to be run down. That is what they want, because they know that once that exists in the communities, in the constituencies, then the direct beneficiary of that situation would be the NNP. Because once you encounter a poor person, a vulnerable person, or you go into a community that's extremely poor, there's a great probability that they would be supporting NNP, because NNP represents poverty. NNP represents vulnerability. NNP represents illiteracy. NNP does not want to see our communities thrive and grow and develop. That is why in their time in government, they never focus on upgrading the playing fields in our communities, lighting them. They never focus on renovating, refurbishing our community centers so life could come back in our community centers. They never focus on upgrading our basketball courts or tennis courts. They never focus on upgrading and refurbishing our medical stations or our police stations. Neither our schools. They never focus on building new schools or renovating them. They never focus on helping people to have flushable toilets in their homes. They just wanted the people to remain with pit latrines and outdoor bathrooms. That is what NNP loves. NNP loves poverty and illiteracy. They love to see you vulnerable. And anybody who is progressive, anybody who is working in the interest of the people, they will attack them. They will go after them. And that is why they're attacking the Honorable Andy Williams. But they will fail. They will fail. And as I said last night, Jenny Simon, it is in the public interest for you to put the evidence that you say you have in the public domain. Because you went to that press conference and you started off your questioning by saying or using words such as it's rumored or alleged. I am saying, if you have the evidence of corruption or wrongdoing, put it in the public. That is what you have to do. Just as I did when I exposed wrongdoing with Cell Phone Gate. I placed the evidence in the public domain. And eventually, we got reactions from the Prime Minister then and government ministers then. So to make this show that you, because it's really a show she's putting on, to give people the impression by submitting a complaint to the Integrity Commission, it is the eat all, or it's some achievement or accomplishment, and that this guy, in other words, it's like you go to court and you win a case and the person is found guilty. That is the feeling you get from her verbal ejaculation. That is the feeling you get when she's on a podcast. It's like she's getting an erection over that. And you get it over and over. So from her verbal ejaculation, that is what you can conclude. And I am saying, if you have evidence of anything, don't just go out there and smear somebody and spread rumors and try to, destroy a person's good name and character. You have evidence, put it on the table. But you don't have. And because you don't have the evidence of what you're claiming, you're out there slandering, saying all kinds of stuff, which is sad. Really, really sad. But you can't keep a good man down. And I have seen a lot of people in my lifetime go after people unjustly so. And it backfired. It backfired. I will say no more. So, the Honorable Andy Williams, I want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a fantastic job, and we all are proud of you. Don't worry, Jenny, with her verbal ejaculations. She gets an orgasm to me when she speaks about Andy Williams. It comes across that way, right? She gets an orgasm. She climaxes when she speaks about Andy Williams. And it's sad. And then she goes on a rant, and her verbal ejaculation will start flowing. But that's how she operates. I am not surprised. Folks, let me say that Clarice Modeste, the NNP, they have a way of making you believe wrong is right and right is wrong. They have a way of trying to erase history or rewrite history. And they will do it in their own way and fashion. I listened to Clarice Modeste on the To The Point program, speaking about the shrimp farm, speaking about the chicken farm. Two projects that the NNP told the nation they will embark upon. Two projects in St. Mark, the shrimp farm and the chicken farm. We know that the chicken farm was supposed to be in Victoria, and by now it should have employed hundreds of people. By now we should have been eating chicken from there. But the taxpayers of Grenada lost millions and millions of dollars. The taxpayers of Grenada lost millions and millions of dollars under the NNP administration with the chicken farm project. And to date, no egg, no chicken neck, no back neck, no thigh, no breasts, no leg quarters, no fall feet, nothing. Not even a feather. Nothing came from that project, but we lost millions of dollars. Same thing with the shrimp farm. Same thing with the shrimp farm. We should have been eating shrimps from that shrimp farm in Victoria. But instead, we, the taxpayers, lost in excess of $54.2 million. The two projects put together, we have lost approximately $75 million. But you listen to this political jagabat. You listen to this political jagabat, Clarice Modeste. And when I say political jagabat, good for nothing, that's the definition. Good for nothing, useless. Listen to this political jagabat called Clarice Modeste.
There were, well, in terms of major projects,
Yes.
there were two major projects that were attempted, and usually it is an occasion for tongue lashing by the other side. But I am still proud to know that the government of the NNP approved two projects. Well, one was under the CBI,
Yes.
and one a poultry project that a gentleman brought to us. And when we looked at the possibility of employment and so on, the government decided to look at a private-public partnership with government and the gentleman. And a lot of work went on. There was an entity that was set up to manage the project and put oversight on the behalf of the private partner and the government to see that everything went on. And so work started, and then hurricane came in between, and some of the things that were ordered, there were problems and so on, and the project ground to a halt.
And mind you, she would use all kinds of words to fool you. To fool you. This thing is clear. The NNP administration cost taxpayers millions and millions of dollars with this bogus project. The millions and millions of dollars could have been used to fix schools, roads, medical stations, community centers, homes, and just name it. The NNP administration is guilty of costing taxpayers with this chicken farm project in St. Mark millions and millions and millions of dollars. And to date, no chicken, not an egg, not feather, nothing at all came out of this project. So this political jagarat, using all kinds of words to try to make this thing look good, it's not going to work.
At some point in time, it didn't happen again.
At some point in time, it didn't happen again. It ground to a halt.
Private partner, he got some monies for his expenses.
The private partner got some monies for his expenses.
And so on. And
so on.
These the documents, I want to state on record here.
And I want to state on record here.
These documents were audited.
These documents were audited. But let me tell you this. During the time all this thing took place, right, the NNP had all the seats. all 15 seats. They controlled every damn thing that walk, breathe, talk, everything, every apparatus of the state. They controlled every damn thing in this place. So this nice talk about it was audited and audited, utter rubbish. They could only fool those without sense or their supporters. But anybody with sense would say, but wait, how you could spend all this money? I think it was about 18 or 19 million dollars on a on a chicken farm. We're coming to the shrimp farm in a while. On a chicken farm as a government. And no egg, no chicken, no nothing. Not even a structure. Nothing. Nothing. But the money just.
I had no direct role in the financing.
And here the woman. I had no direct role in this. Well, we are talking about the NNP administration. Right?
But I always wanted to know what was happening. And I strongly supported that. And the project, unfortunately, did not happen.
Right. So the project, unfortunately, did not happen. But the taxpayers of Grenada lost about 18 million or so dollars with this phony project put on by the NNP administration. Right? And nothing to show for it. Nothing. But they believe that people are going to forget about it. That is what they believe. Right? And further, they are saying, well, the population is young. The people are young. They don't know about that. Unless somebody remind them or tell them about this particular project where about 18 or so million dollars just gone, just vanish without any chicken, any turkey, any bird, any nothing, any duck, nothing, not a thing. But we lost all these millions and millions and millions of dollars. And of course, no one will go to jail. No one will go to jail in this place. It's sad. But this piece of thing is trying to make excuses. This political jagarat is trying to make excuses.
The other one was a proposal under the CBI for a shrimp farm.
Yes.
And again, it was started, and this was a CBI investor. And the monies for CBI, a CBI project, goes to the CBI investor, and that investor gives to government what the agreed amount is. That project, money were going to the investors, but nothing after startup, an initial startup, nothing was happening. So eventually.
So look, this woman believes that she's smart, right? And you see how she used the words and twist it up just to confuse her supporters. Not anybody with sense. Folks, the shrimp farm was a CBI project. And the government of Grenada should have collected millions and millions of dollars from that project. But instead, the convestors that the NNP administration attracted run away with $54.2 million. And none of them went to jail, none of them arrested, none of them charged. And you know, these same political Draculas, because mind you, what the electorate did was to put those political Draculas of the NNP to watch over the blood bank. What the electorate did during that period was to elect the NNP, and the NNP administration formed the government, and the NNP, I consider them to be hyenas. So they placed those hyenas to look after theirs and sheep. What you expect would happen? They would devour you. That is what they did. The NNP, they are a bunch of hyenas, and the electorate, they are theirs and sheep. And you elected them during the period, well, 23 years and a half, 1995 to 2008, and then from 2013 to 2022. So those political Draculas trying to make you believe, because they were hired to watch over the blood bank, and you know what they would do, but they want to make you believe that, you know, nothing really happened. Yeah, that is what they want you to believe, you know. Taxpayers lost $54.2 million. But if you combine the two projects that this political jagadat is talking about, it would amount to about, or approximately, $75 million. Just gone, just like that, gone. Just like that. That's money that we could have used to fix roads, schools, homes, you know, like houses, community centers, police stations, medical stations, invest in youth, invest in agriculture, invest in healthcare, invest in education, invest in human resource development. All that just gone. And then you have this political idiot speaking as though nothing happened.
The CBI admin had to halt the project on the advice of persons who were responsible on that from the cabinet. And at that time, CBI was still pretty young, and we didn't have all the checks and balances.
Okay.
Right. And GT says, okay, a good partner. He says, okay, all right. But I am not saying okay. We, the Grenadian people, under the NNP administration, with just those two projects that this political jagadat spoke about, it, just these two projects, taxpayers lost approximately $75 million. $75 million. Let that soak in. $75 million. That's okay. That's okay. But these same political Draculas want to come back and watch over the Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique blood bank. They still want to come back, you know. Yeah, they're on platforms talking and saying X and saying Y. They want to come back into power. That's all they want, power. Nothing more, nothing less, power. Because they believe if they get power, then they could do whatever they want. So they hating on those who have power now. They want what the NDC has and what the ministers of government have. They desperately want it. But Grenadians are smart. Grenadians have sense. So they're not getting it. But folks, I want to throw in a little ad or two here for the Carriacou and Petite Martinique support group out there in New York. They have an event coming up. Just listening to it. All right.
A vibrant evening inspired by the beauty and colorful blooms of the Bougainvillea plant awaits you as the Carrico and Pity Martinique NDC support group welcomes you to Bougain, a spectacular floral soiree on Saturday, June 28th, starting at 7 p.m. Enjoy an all-inclusive outdoor experience at 618 East 87th Street in Brooklyn. Get ready to treat your senses and enjoy the culinary delights at Bougain. Indulge in an exquisite feast featuring a mouth-watering selection of scrumptious dishes, savor flavors from around the world, with everything from savory appetizers to delectable desserts that will leave you craving more. Dance the night away to the fantastic sounds of Dr. Wax and DJ Screw. Tickets are just $80. For ticket information, contact Nick at 347-528-3038, Glenn at 718-450-4436, Stephen at 347-385-6583, or Peter at 347-729-5770. Join us at Bougain on June 28th for a night that celebrates life, friendship, and the beauty of nature.
Yes, so please support this event. Please support this event. And in fact, it will be at the same location that I did my event. It will be at the same location where I did my event. Also, the Honorable Claudette Joseph, she has an event coming up on the Carenage for Father's Day. All right, and she's doing a fantastic job. Big up your whole self, the Honorable Claudette Joseph.
This Father's Day, celebrate with rhythm and culture at We Pan Fest, Sunday 15 June from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the Carenage. Enjoy your favorite steel bands, Next and New Dimension, Republic Bank Angel Harps, Last Pan Wizards, Corp Bank Comancheros, alongside performances from Dash, Black Adan, Rootsman Kelly, Temptress, Chaos, LED, Young Pert, Young Mad, and DJ Danny. Food, drinks, and local products on sale. Admission is free. Celebrate Dad in true Grenadian style at We Pan Fest, hosted by Senator Claudette Joseph and the town community. It's We Pan Fest, Pedestrian Plaza, the Carenage, Sunday, June 15th.
Yes, so please support, and don't forget, we're going to Carrico on the 21st of June. 21st of June, we're going to Carrico. I have tickets, it's $100. I want to encourage you to buy up your tickets. Right, faster you do so is better for us, so that we can organize the second boat. For now, we are almost through with the first boat. So again, if you want tickets, holler at me, send me messages on WhatsApp, or call me direct. You know the 3 numbers. You can call me or reach me on. You can get tickets at Ricky's Bar in St. George's too. So you can get it at Ricky's Bar in St. George's on Hillsborough Street. Get your tickets as quickly as possible, so you can come up with us on Saturday the 21st of June. Saturday the 21st of June. That's when we are going up. The St. George Northwest constituency, they have a cruise coming up too.
When was the last time you danced under the stars, sipped something smooth, and sailed into pure island vibes? This is not just a cruise, it's a movement. It's the DNA Cruise, Wednesday, June 18th, aboard the legendary Rum Runner 2, presented by St. George Northwest. Boarding begins 7 p.m. sharp at the Carenage St. George's, with a mouth-watering barbecue included and music powered by Ben Legs and Fisherman Jr. Dress code is keep it crisp, wear something white, and own the night. All of this is for just $65. Tickets are sailing fast. Don't get left on the dock. Grab yours now and be part of the cruise everyone will be talking about. Buy your...
So again, yes, you see the only problem with those ads, they are playing music from people whose music is copywritten. So there's a copyright for those music. And when I play it on the program, my video is impacted. All right? My video is impacted by that. It can be pulled down. It doesn't stay up that long. All right? Because that's how it is. The artists, they have to be paid for their music. And that does be the challenge for me when I do those ads. All right? The majority of those ads, they have music that is not their own. So that's the challenge. and it's very often. The St. Mark's NDC branch, Poland Division 6, they have a grand lunch on, right? So they have a lunch on, chow mein, barbecue pork, grilled fish, price 20, breaded potatoes, no, bread rolls, potato salad, rice and peas, Saturday the 14th of June, starting at 11:30 a.m. Samaritan Pool Wall. So the Samaritan Pool Wall, and they have a solid band music. All right, so Samaritan Pool Wall, solid band music, Saturday the 14th of June from 11:30 a.m. So they have a grand luncheon, and they have chow mein, they have bread rolls, green salad, potato salad, rice and peas, barbecue chicken, grilled fish, price $20. Go there and support them. The St. David, I know, Teacher Mary and her crew up there in Vincent's, they have a Father's Day event. Somewhere around the place here. Someone sent it to me. All right, so I have it somewhere around here. Just can't go back in all of these things here. All right, but they have a Father's Day event at the Vincent's Community Center. So the Vincent Support Group, they have a packed day planned on Saturday, June the 14th, from 7 a.m. with Father's Day Market, then lunch and board games, followed by Carry Your Own Key at 5 p.m. Everything happening at the Vincent's Community Center. All right? So they have a whole day of events there. Folks, I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget, I have tickets for Carriacou on June the 21st. So I have tickets. We have tickets at Ricky's Bar in St. George's on Hillsborough Street, where I'm normally at. It's $100. You can go and buy your tickets there, or you can link me up. If you want to go, there are people who link me up and say, hey, hold a ticket for me, hold 2 tickets for me. I'm going to handle you by Friday. I'm going to handle you by Thursday. I'm going to handle you by Saturday. All right? So again, tickets are available. It's $100. $100. So if you know you want to go, holler at me, link up so we can organize and get your tickets. Have a wonderful day, folks.